and I would have something fall at the very moment the show almost started. So good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. And I'm Russ, and I have a fantastic panel out here tonight. And I don't know if you noticed that, but I forgot to mute that computer over there. You know, it's been a long time since I've actually made that mistake. So anyway, it has been a fun-filled day, to say the least. So, yeah, if I act a little weird or I'm kind of like gimp in the back or whatever, it's because I am. But yeah, I was supposed to teach a class at Rockler today, and I never made it. First off, I was going up I-4, which is the main route between Tampa and Orlando, and it goes right through Lakeland. And that's also the main route for today for everybody that loves the Daytona 500. So they're all joining in also. The class was at 1. I left at 10:30, which is, what, 2.5 hours? It's an hour and a half drive, so I should have been an hour. I planned for traffic hour. Yeah, that didn't work. Needless to say, I didn't even make it out of Polk County. Let's put it that way. And I didn't. The Polk County is the county I live. Osceola County is the next county up where Orlando is. I didn't even make it out of Polk County. I sit for, I don't know, an hour trying to make it like 6 more miles to be able to get off of I-4 onto the toll road to go over. I take a shortcut off the toll road to around Orlando. Anyway, so to make a long story short, yeah, I got a little into a little accident. So anyway, I'm doing good. Tweaked my back a little bit. I'm in a little bit of pain. I took a pain pill. Yeah, I have a pink sciatic nerve on my back. I did that just before I retired. And so I can feel it if I kind of move funny or walk funny or act funny. It's because I'm feeling it. And if I start to get a little incoherent, it might be due to the fact that pain medication is kicking in. And but anyway, I have looked forward to this night for the last couple of days. Well, actually, it's been longer than that because I knew and anticipated what was going to happen. I was supposed to take delivery of my new tool on Thursday, and thank you, FedEx. You really screwed it all up. So, yeah, I just don't like FedEx. Don't get me started. They're almost as bad as that blue, and I'm wearing blue tonight. So that company, what is it? The blue, not the orange. Orange, I love orange. Home Depot, I love orange. It's the other company. But anyway, to make a long story short, we're here tonight. I'm here tonight. I'm safe. Everything's good. We're going to have a show. I decided to do this for 2 reasons. I've never done an unboxing live. So I wanted to do an unboxing live. And, I never done one. And second reason is I want to give a good shout out to my newest sponsor. I am totally, first off, I was shocked when I got the first one, and it's even more jubilation now that I've got the newest one, which is like my 6th, I think it is, my 6th month. Yeah, I'm jubilated. I am so happy that I am like a kid at Christmas. The Thursday, I was so disappointed when this package didn't arrive. My wife even, I was like a kid, I was like walking around sullen and pouting. And so when it got here on a Friday, I have been ecstatic, and I haven't opened it. Hey, I haven't touched it. It's still right here in the box. I have got it Friday afternoon or Friday morning, and I've waited all this time to show you what this is. So that has to say something. So anyway, how you guys doing on the panel tonight? You can go ahead and say something.
All good here. Thanks for having me, Russ.
You're welcome.
Great, Russ.
You're doing great time.
Great.
Yep.
All is well.
I'm right, good.
Cool.
Still
cool.
winter.
I know what's in the box.
Huh?
I know what's in the box.
Yeah, I know you do. There's a few. There's some on the panel that do know, and some on the panel that don't know. So
It's a bass boat.
It's a bass boat. I wish to. That's a small damn bass boat.
Oh, it's an inflatable one. It's inflatable.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's an inflatable bass boat. All right. All right. First off, let's get everything out of the way. I would just like to say a big thank you to all you out there for watching tonight, and also to my sponsors, my wonderful sponsors, Devobal Technologies for web design, development, hosting. Visit devobal.com. They are the ones that's doing the website giveaway, which is going on right now, and you still have time to win a website. The end won't be until this Wednesday, and we'll pick next weekend actually the winner of who's going to get a brand new website. If you want any of that information, go to simplywoodencreations.com, go across the top to challenges, hover over that, it'll open up and you'll see 2018 giveaway. Go over there and all that information on how you can win a complete website. No, you don't have to pay a dime. People keep asking me, are there charges for this later on? No, it's free. It's free. It's free. So go over there and find out about it. I will be giving, and please, guys, they're on the panel tonight. Don't let me forget to give away the last word for tonight before we get off here, like I did that one. What was it, a couple of nights ago, or a couple of Saturday nights ago? But yeah, tonight's the last word, and then on the 24th will be the announcement of the giveaway from Devobal. Frank is supposed to be here. I'm pretty sure he's going to be here, but Frank Conant is the owner of Devobal Technologies. Next is FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice to find hard woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. They are also the official blade of Scrolling with Russ over on Twitch TV, which I do every Wednesday night, and the official scroll saw blade of Simply Wooden Creations. And then Klingspor, the sanding specialist. Go to woodworkingshop.com. They have a lot of great stuff over there, guys. And all my sponsors, I would so much appreciate it if you go out there, visit them, and buy something from them, and tell them Russ sent you. I'd appreciate that very much. All right, before we go any further, let's go down the line and let everybody introduce themselves. And we're going to start from my right. And I know everybody complains, I don't know where I'm falling out on this list when they're on the panel, but on my right is Shane and Shelly. So let's start off with either Shane or Shelly, whichever one of y'all wanted to go first. Go ahead and go.
Hi, everybody. It's Shelly Cole here from Know It Mom Knows. And some of you know me as Mom. And here's my handsome husband. Check him out.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shane. You can find me on all your social media networks, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, of course, and all of them. I'm under Shane's Hobby Shop. And I also have a website with devobal.com. It's shaneshobbyshop.com. Go check that out. Appreciate it.
All right. And then next is Paul.
Hi, everybody. Paul Corliss from Paul's Messy Workshop. That's Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube, on Instagram, and also .com. And Russ, thanks for having me on, because I can hardly wait for you to open that box so that Shane can see his new bass boat.
Cool. We have over here Bear's Attic Wood Shop, Rag Tie, Driveway Wood Shop with Jim Bashir's. He's out there. Jimba, if you want to jump on the panel, some of the guys are trying to get a hold of you to send you the link. So yeah. Jim Dockrell.
I think Jim's got some company.
Oh, okay. Understand. Becky's Texas Wood Shop. All of y'all are out there, and I'm watching the chat over here. But once I get to a certain point, my everybody's going to have to kind of like watch it for me, because I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to get this thing turned around. Not going to be able to watch it so much. But Gussie Banjos. Okay. Chris Nealon's out there. Ragtie, I already said Ragtie. Anyway, thank you all for being out there. And then next is Al Forte.
I got to find that button. Yeah, I was switching back and forth. Hi, I'm Al Forte. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me here. Odessa Woodworking on Facebook, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop on YouTube, Kilroy 79763 on Twitch. Come to any one of those, and I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube also. But Twitch is where the message board is. So if you go over to Twitch. You can go to YouTube and find it and go over to Twitch. Anyway, just for fun, folks. Have fun.
Cool. And next is Ken. Ken Moon.
Hi, I'm Debbie from Moon Pie Creations. You can find me over on Moon Pie Creations on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram.
I can't believe you just did that. Hey,
if
anybody wants to know what's going on, when we first started, Brenda got in here, and I was calling her Debbie. I was calling Brenda Debbie. So Ken picked up on it, and he goes, "I don't know who in here is Debbie. I'm Debbie." So that's how it picked up. Anyway, please forgive my friend. He don't know what he's doing. Next is Matt Haas.
Hi, everyone. Matt Haas from Awesome Wood Things. I make things out of wood that are awesome on YouTube. My Facebook page, Awesome Wood Thing, almost has 1,800 likes, so just a few more.
It's awesome.
I have a show on Mondays where I teach people how to use Adobe Illustrator, the best vector line art tool out there, and that's at 6 Eastern on Mondays.
I'm glad you brought that up because I've been watching as many as I can, and I go back and watch the others. And that's some, just real quick, let's go back and forth between each other. Corel Draw in Adobe Illustrations are so much alike in a lot of ways. Now, being that said, I know Adobe is so much far advanced, but my point is by knowing Corel, I am understanding how Adobe works. So your show is like giving me like an awesome lot of instructions.
I'm glad it's working for you. I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So much so, I'm starting a new YouTube channel. This will be number 3 for me. I also have a vlog channel, some fun things. So stay tuned next week. I'll have an announcement of where you can go and subscribe to Learn Adobe Now on YouTube. But I'll have all those details soon. So
cool. Yeah, I would say Corel Draw is like, all right, Adobe's up here and Corel Draw is like here. I mean, I realize Adobe is Illustrator is so much more powerful and more, but Corel within its own, to be honest with you, is really pretty cool. That's what I've been using. But now that I'm
good alternatives.
Yeah, you've come along and starting to teach me Adobe. I'll be able to go over and use that. So
awesome. I love it.
Yep. Katie, have you got your mic working? Let's see. Nope, it's not working. That's all right. But Katie, we love you, and I'm glad to see you on. We'll get you, if we don't get it working by the end of the night, if somebody wants to chat back and forth over here on the private chat to try to help her to get it working, I promise you we'll help you get it working. You'll be on next week for the giveaway. I'll hold a spot just for you. I promise. So it's good to see you, and I'm glad she been having problems with the camera. She got the camera worked out, and now we're going to have to get her microphone situation worked out. And then the next is Chris Ahern.
Hey, gang. Chris here from the Old Cranky Workshop. We're closed for the winter right now, but Mother Nature is taking a turn. It's going to snow tonight. We're supposed to be in the 50s and 60s next week. So I'm hoping to get back in the shop by next weekend. Hopefully get a project video finished and a few other things that got laid up due to Mother Nature. So hopefully we're back out there soon.
We've been
on YouTube and on Facebook.
Sorry, I thought you were finished. We've been running in the mid 80s all week long.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been just like totally nice weather here in Florida.
We've had a good
Sunshine.
week, but the cement slab my shop sits on is still ice cold. So it's you can go out there with 5 pairs of socks on, your feet are still going to get cold.
Yeah, it's been just totally awesome here. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better weather. Keyrra, Kevera, Key Era. All right, Kira Luck. Anyway, they're on here. James Parker, Dustin Hoffman is out there in the chat. Once again, Becky's Texas Wood Shop. Tom Spillane, how you doing, Tom? You're out there also. I see you over there. So glad y'all are out there in the chat. There's going to come a point when I'm not going to be able to watch the chat because we're going to be kind of busy, but I appreciate y'all all being out there in the chat. Dennings 11348. And I don't have my glasses on, guys, so I'm going back and forth. And then last but not least on the show is Brenda.
Thank you, Russ. Well, for anybody who doesn't know who I am by now, I'm Brenda G of Brenda G's Designs, and you can find me on Twitch, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram, all with Brenda G's Designs.
That's awesome. Yeah, she was the one I was calling Debbie in the beginning. Ken Moon picked up on it and said, "You can call me Debbie." I was like, "All right, whatever."
I'm not sure what you're alluding to. I am Debbie.
Oh, and by the way, I just wanted to show off my mug here. My beautiful, beautiful mug from Chad over at Mancrafting. Yeah, he made this for me. Isn't that thing awesome? Yeah. So Chad over at Mancrafting. Just type in Mancrafting on a Google search or even on YouTube and you'll find out. Chad Grossclaws. Grossclaws is how you pronounce his name. It's a weird spelling, but it's pronounced Grossclaws. Trust me, I know that. And that's one I can get right because he's told me how to pronounce it. So anyway, we have a new sponsor tonight for Simply Wooden Creations, and more so for Scrolling with Russ over on Twitch TV. That's more so where this is going to play into. So if you cannot figure out what I'm talking about as of yet, let's go ahead and get into unboxing this. I don't even think I've ever done an unboxing video on my show or even as a YouTube video. I don't think I've ever done one. So this will be the first. So here we go. Anybody out there in the chat want to start taking dibs on what it is?
I know what it is, Russ.
I know what you know what it is. I'm talking about out there in the chat. Anybody want to
Did you leave the little puppies enough air to breathe?
Yeah. Anybody want to take a guess out there?
Someone has to say the movie line. What's in the box? What's in the box?
I was just about to do that, Matt.
Insane minds think alike, right, God?
Oh, I'm excited. I know what's in it, and I'm still just as excited as far as opening the darn thing.
Dockel says a blow-up doll.
The blow-up doll. Nope. Close, but no cigars.
Steve Carmichael says a Lowe's sign.
Nope.
I love you, Steve.
And by the way, folks, you can't say the S word in chat. It blocks you. Apparently, YouTube is blocking people for saying the S word.
But you can't say bus.
Yeah, you can say bus, exactly. So,
What is the S word?
Yeah, what is the S word?
backwards of bus?
Huh?
Spell bus backward.
Bus spelled backwards?
You can't ask somebody to subscribe to you, otherwise you'll get blocked.
You can't even mention it.
All right, so
Will they block us if we say it on here?
Well,
No, not if you say it, but if you're typing it in chat, then
Confusing the hell out of me by saying bus backwards. I can't think like that right now, and I know Russ can.
hey, Debbie. Hey, Debbie.
Debbie's confused.
Yeah. Audio's fine. They don't
What's
have to
going
sound-
on? I don't know.
It's all algorithms. There's algorithms everewhere.
That's what I was saying.
It's sawdust.
SUB. You have to say.
I'm going to take this out first for y'all, so y'all can't see it.
It's a box of sawdust.
Just give me sawdust.
Lots of sawdust.
TJ, I had to prove it.
It's more sandpaper.
All right, so we're down to this point. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and cut. I'm
You've had
scared.
people guess correctly.
Huh?
You've had a few people guess it correctly.
Okay. Who were they? Can you remember their names?
It's a bus, right?
No,
Be careful with sharp objects.
Mom made him a bunch of sawdust and sent it to him.
I'm going to cut down the front of the box, even though I think I might be making a mistake.
Becky, what brand is it?
Yeah, I'm going to cut through the front. I think I might be making a big mistake with this, but
Folks, if we hear a big crash, you know what happened.
Yep. There's Workshop said it's a mail order bride.
Fancy is true, Becky.
Somebody actually guessed it.
I saw it come over.
Brandon, everything.
Chris Nealon.
Chris Nealon?
Box of styrofoam.
Tom Splain's close.
Yeah, but Chris
Now,
Nealon.
somebody actually got it out there. I'm not gonna say who. We'll let
No,
this
that's all right.
surprise
Just tell me,
everyone else.
tell me who.
Too late.
What is it? Night. I gotta see it.
Niantic River Wood.
Yeah, Niantic River Woodcrafting. Chris Neely.
Yes, he got it correct. Okay, so this part is heavy as heck, and I ain't even got it out of the box yet. And
He says he has that box. That's why.
This is actually the table. I'm holding the table. This sucker is heavy. I didn't even realize how heavy. So
That thing looks like a beast.
Yeah, that's why it took FedEx an extra day to get it to Russ.
can you see that?
He was so mad at FedEx.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
You got a new scroll saw?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, yeah.
Hey, microphone works.
Hey.
The first thing that comes out of Katie's mouth is, "You got a new scroll saw?"
Awesome.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, hey, Katie, since she's working now, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Oh, I'm Katie, and I take simple jobs and make total careers out of them. It only took me almost a month to trim the legs off of a table,
There you go.
but that wasn't my fault. My horse got sick.
There you go. Oh, I love her to death.
Yep.
We love you, Katie.
The wit. The wit.
So anyway, why are you saying I got a new scroll saw? What's the problem, Katie?
The problem is you don't deserve. You got a scroll saw. What the heck?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You don't sound sorry. You don't look sorry. You're smiling.
That sounded like that lady on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the table of my brand new Seiko ST31 scroll saw.
Russ is going to get grounded.
From my new sponsor, Seiko, SEYCO, the scroll saw specialist. They are my new sponsor, and I just received this brand new scroll saw. Let me tell you, I couldn't be happier than. There's a lot of ways I could explain it, but I guess I better keep my mouth shut before. But anyway, I'm happy. Let me tell you,
You got to make one of your grandkids take your crummy old saw.
Yeah. This is a solid piece of aluminum, guys. And then on top of it, it has this magnet. When I say aluminum, it's not aluminum. I'm sorry, it's steel. Otherwise, the magnet would not stick. Okay, let me correct myself. Yeah, aluminum magnet, it wouldn't stick. So anyway, it's a solid piece of steel, and this is the top for it once you get it mounted, and it gives you the top of the saw. So let me separate that, and I'll just throw that over there. And then this is actually the solid piece of steel table. So I'm glad I brought this other table in to be able to have a place to put it. So, all right. So I'm not going to assemble this tonight. There's just no earthly way that I'm going to take the time to assemble it. But
we don't want to see it anyway.
We got your cord. They got the cord and some nuts and bolts in here.
Katie, you got to be nice.
Why?
Even got a little digital gauge to tell you the angle of the head when it gets put on.
Katie's impressed, I can tell.
This, I know what these are. These are the front. This is not your typical DeWalt or any other scroll saw, because the actual stand and the tabletop are actually integrated together. If you will go to Seiko.com's website, you'll see what I'm talking about. The saw is integrated together. So the reason I want to show you these two pieces before I go any farther is this is the back. And what happens is the head of the scroll saw is made like a U. So the bottom arm goes through here. The top arm goes over here. So this is the back. I know because I've been studying on how to put this thing together and what it's all about. So, but this bolts to the stand. So it's not like a DeWalt. In other words, where the DeWalt's all like one piece on the top and bottom, you assemble the table, stand, and the unit are integrated together. And then this is the front. The front of it. And this would be where, like your bar for going 45 degrees back, and where you tighten the knob, that's what this is for.
And the head turns, right?
Yeah, the head turns, not the table.
Yeah.
The table stays level, and the head will turn left or right.
And
by so that's what this part is for. In other words, the bottom part of the scroll saw will come up here. The arm for the blade will stick through out here, and then you'll have that knob to go left or right. That's what this is, the front part.
Did you see the video about Steve Good's modification to that?
Who?
Steve Good's got a video out.
Who?
Modification.
I don't know Steve Good.
You don't know Steve Good.
I'm just kidding. No, Steve Good's a very good friend of mine.
Hey, by the way, Matt Haas got jealous and rage quit because you got a new scroll saw.
He quit. He's not.
He dropped out. No, actually, his internet failed.
Oh, anyway.
His pizza was ready.
This is some. This is the foot switch. It says foot switch. That's how I know.
It actually comes with a foot switch. Neat.
So that pretty well. I have no clue what the heck this is. These look like the blade clamp. Yes.
Jim says, so where did Russ get this alleged scroll saw at?
I got this scroll saw from Seiko. It's not alleged. It's here in front of me, and I got it from Seiko. They're my brand new sponsors for Simply Wooden Creations and Let's Scrolling with Russ on Twitch on Wednesday nights. Yes. So every time you see me scrolling from now on, which will be this Wednesday night, by the way, when I'm over there on Twitch TV scrolling, you'll see this scroll saw, and anything that I scroll in the future will be scrolled on the Seiko ST21. They are my official sponsors and my official scroll saw. So, and
well, then what you gonna do with your DeWalt?
Keep it as a spare. There's, I mean,
I see where Shane's going with this.
It's been sitting over there crying. It's been sitting over there crying ever since this box got in the. I mean, it just water started pouring out of the end of the head ever since this box came in here. So it knows its days are numbered. It's been, hey, don't get me wrong, that's been a fantastic scroll saw. And I would once again, if anybody wants to buy a good scroll saw at a reasonable price, you can get these things anywhere between. I've seen them as low as $349 with the stand, all the way up to $499 usually with the stand. The Waltz 788 is a damn good scroll saw, and I will never in a million years talk bad about it. And it served me very well. So
it would make a great giveaway.
I have thought about that. That may not be off in the near future. Trust me.
You know, Katie, he's gonna fall in love with using the Seiko, and the DeWalt's going to sit over there, and he's not going to want it. And then he'll realize how good the Seiko is.
I also have a
one of those.
One of those.
Delta.
Me too.
What's never mind, I'll think of it in a minute. Excalibur. I have an EX30 sitting over there also.
So how does the Seiko compare to the Excalibur, Russ?
I don't know. I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
I have to get it out and tell you. But I have the EX30
Al, you
over
just
there.
saw him pull it out of the box.
I know, but which is the one that Excalibur makes that some other company?
That's the EX21, but they quit making it for a while, and now they're bringing it back. And also, the King scroll saw is supposed to be about the same as the Excalibur.
Right.
Excalibur.
Yeah.
So, but during that transition, when Excalibur said they weren't going to make scroll saws anymore, Seiko used to sell Excalibur scroll saws.
Well, see, that's why I'm kind of confused.
Okay. Let me explain to you. Explain. Seiko used to sell Excalibur scroll saws, and they still sell all the parts for all the Excalibur scroll saws. They were an Excalibur dealer. Excalibur decided that they were going out of business and did not want to sell scroll saws anymore. Seiko approached the companies and told them, I would like to make a scroll saw along the Excalibur line, so to speak. And Seiko.
Yes.
Seyco. Seiko developed this scroll saw. So it is out of the loins, so to speak, of the Excalibur. It's like the Excalibur. It has a lot of the Excalibur features and everything. But Ray over at Seiko developed this scroll saw, came from Excalibur, and became its own right to be the ST21. He has another couple of scroll saws also. So he developed this scroll saw and started selling them about 2 or 3 years ago. I first saw it at the and got to use it from Steve Good at the last year's woodworking show in Atlanta. Steve Good brought one of the prototypes to the woodworking show in Atlanta and was showing it off, and he let me use it and try it out, and I loved it. I told him, like, this thing is awesome. He goes, yeah, I know. He goes, and Ray's going to start selling these and developing these, and that's what he has done. And so these are I don't want to put an off-brand of the Excalibur. It has a lot of Excalibur features, but it is well within its own standings to be different from the Excalibur. So one of the things is the table. You saw how big that table was, and then it has a magnetic top on top of it. So it is well within its own to be reckoned with. Trust me. Steve Good loves it. He's used it. He has one in his shop. So I think this is the feet. When I say that, when I'm pulling this out, I think this is the feet for the bottom of, pretty sure that's what this is. I have studied this thing forwards and backwards and backwards and forwards for the last several weeks.
Yet he does not know what the feet are.
To be able to know what the parts are and how to put it together, so I wouldn't be.
Hey, Russ.
Yeah, this is the feet. See this bottom part, this is what sits on the ground. And then this, I'm not going to put it together tonight. I'll show you the legs, but I just want to point this part out. Is this will go on the ground, and then this connects to the feet, and you have adjustments of different heights to raise or lower the entire scroll saw, or you can raise the rear and lower the front, because all 4 feet are the same. All 4 legs of the front are the same, so to speak. So there's 4 of these. They go on to each of the feet, and you can like raise the rear, like, which I'm going to end up doing, is having the rear higher than the front. I like mine kind of tilted to the front. So that's what these are. And it's fully adjustable, and there's the heights. The highest part would be where you stand on a bar stool or whatever, and the lowest part would be so you could sit in a regular office chair, which I'm hoping to try to do. Even if I whack some of the foot off, it's going to have to get low enough for me to sit. I can't stand.
Hey Russ,
Well,
some
yes.
people are saying you're gonna show all the screws, nuts, and bolts. Others are saying put it together.
I'm not going to put it together tonight. It's going to take way too long. I'm sorry.
Is that the same one? Let's see, where was it? Jim Dockeral asks, is that the same Excalibur that was owned by General Tool?
No, General Tools and Excalibur General Tools is sprung off to be its own. They are a brand. And General Tools King has a scroll saw, which is a lot like Excalibur, which King Tools is one selling one also. And then I just found out within the last couple of months that Excalibur is actually coming back, and they're actually going to sell scroll saws. So this is one is amongst all them. But I want to tell you, if this thing performs as the way I think it is, yeah, you need to buy one of these. Let all the other go. So anyway, I'm pretty sure this is the legs that are packed in here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not going to take that. We would be here maybe till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning putting this thing together if I decided to put it together tonight. So I'm not going to put it together tonight, but I am going to unbox it and show you.
Well, it's fun looking at all the parts.
Yeah, this is one of the legs. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing all of you.
Hey, Russ, think how much fun Katie's going to be when we see her in Atlanta in a month.
Oh, I know. Actually, those are not the legs. I just figured those out. Those are the cross members. These are the front cross members, and these are the side cross members on it. So I just realized because the legs are actually at the bottom. They're down.
Hey, by the way, Jeff Robinson says, for your information, Russ, he got to use it before Steve.
Well, that's cool. I am totally happy for you.
Get these facts straight, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I am totally happy for you, buddy.
But y'all need to understand, in Atlanta, I'm not going to censor myself. I can use all those words that I can't use.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
You're not talking about fornication?
I know what fornication is. I've done that.
Yeah.
Just don't say the S word, Katie. Just don't say the S word.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck this is. It's kind of some cool looking plate. I have to figure out where the heck.
You studied this for 2 weeks?
Yeah, and this one just throws me off because I have no clue as to what this one is. I don't think I ever seen it in the instructions.
A quick study.
That's a sun visor.
Yeah. So that's the tray to hold your beer.
Who was that said you studied this for 2 weeks? You know what it is? Wasn't that Al?
It was me.
Yeah. Remind me not to let Al back on the show next. Okay.
Sure, Katie could say something like that.
Don't go there, Al. Anyway, so this is.
That looks like a saw.
I know. It's the top.
Yeah, these are the legs. These are actually the legs. When I said those were the legs before, that was wrong. Legs are at the bottom. Those are the cross members. But there you have it. That's the head. So actually, this piece here, which I showed you before, will go up front. And that's for this knob here, which controls the left and right movement. We'll go into, actually, I need to do it like this. Like this. It will go into here for the movement left and right.
How deep is the throat on that?
Huh?
How deep is the throat?
21 inches, ST21, 21 inches. 21 inches from the blade to back here. The top, this little bolt right here, actually is where this part right here goes in and it locks in. And then your knob goes down there. And then this piece, I will do an assembly video. I've already promised Seiko that I would do that. This piece goes back here and have no clue where it locks in.
But that makes total sense. If
it goes back here, and actually this part right here, you can't see it, but locks in here into this bolt right in here. Will lock in here for the rear end of the control, which this opening will allow it to swing left or right. This part will be able to swing left or right, and this part obviously will be above the table. So
Ragtag says this is the best build review without being a build I've ever seen.
Well, I wanted to actually assemble it tonight, and I just realized I don't know how long it's going to take. I have another build video in the works. Actually, the
Russ, I got all night, so you can go ahead and build it. I got a case of beer too.
My back ain't gonna let me do it tonight. Actually, the drum sander, I videoed everything after the live show that night that I did that. When I got it, I videoed putting the whole stand and it all together. So that's still in the. I was going to release that already, so that's still in the works. So, but I mean, this is pretty cool. Let's get a little closer look in here on it. This is your tensioning knob here. And then these are your blade holders where you tighten your blade down inside. Actually, your air.
That thing is pretty, Russ.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then this knob here does not, like on my Excalibur EX30, that one actually controls the tension for the front. This one does not. This helps align the blade in the front somehow. So, which I've got to read about that. But it has a control, variable speed control up here, which I will probably lock on 99.9% of the time, 100%, and then use the foot pedal, which we already found.
You sound like a 13-year-old boy with your first new girlfriend. Look, she's got legs and knobs. Look at them knobs.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on me. Anyway, so warning: do not place hands near blade. Okay, I'll make sure I not to do that. So
who invited Katie on the show?
I've always wanted Katie on my show. I have asked her for I don't know, it's been over a year, I know, but she's finally on here. I've always wanted her on here.
Welcome. Yeah, you asked for it. Don't complain now.
I'm not.
I know. I sent her the link. That's the bad part.
I don't complain, sweetheart. Trust me. You can't say nothing I have never heard before, for number one. And number two, I love you. That's all I got to say.
You too, Russ.
So.
Jeez, he never says that to us.
Yeah.
I know. I'm special.
Yeah, she is. So
real special.
She went the first year I went to here. Let's back out where you can see me. The very first year I went to the Atlanta woodworking show, and entered or posted on Facebook that I was going. She immediately responded and said, "You're going to be there this year?" Am I lying? I'm dying, Katie, right?
That's true.
And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to be there." And she goes, "I'm coming to Atlanta to see you." And she come to Atlanta to see me the very first year we met. So she's been a very good follower, a very loyal viewer, and I just love her to death.
I can fix that.
I bet you can. But so Seiko will have their name right here that will be broadcasted every week here on Simply Wooden Creations. And I'll put this together, and every time I use a scroll saw for the next forever, they're going to be the scroll saw I use. The only thing that I see that I may have to do, which is no big deal, and that's only because my scroll saw sits very low. Here, let me get some stuff out of the way. My scroll saw sits very low to the ground. The reason being is because I have a pinched sciatic nerve. I cannot stand for long periods of time. And when I do stand for long periods of time, my right leg goes numb and starts burning. So therefore, you can see this over here. All right, let's do it this way if you don't want to cooperate. So my scroll saw sits, this is my own contraption. Sits very low. That is an actual office chair over here. And so you can see and that office chair is all the way down. See if I can find a pointer. That burn it, where's a pointer when I can find it? I found a wooden dowel. Can you see that? That is the office chair. That's how it's all the way to the bottom to sit on the ground so I can sit in it. So this is not very far off the ground. I don't have a tape measure, but I can tell you it's really low to the ground. The bottom chair, the bottom of the office chair is bottomed out as far as down as it will go. And I like it that way. I feel very comfortable. I can scroll hour upon hour over on that. So basically, the Seiko scroll saw is going to have to fit in this height. So the only thing that I can honestly tell you that may happen is I may have to cut. Yeah, I don't know if it'll go that low. I don't know until I put it together. I may have to cut the bottom of the stand or somehow arrange the stand to go lower than what it would normally go for me to be able to use it, because that's going to have
How
to
low
go.
can you go?
How low can you go? Yeah.
I just put mine on the bottom of my shop and lay down and use it that way. So,
Well, I will put it this way. Here's the legs. This top leg, that's the leg right there. So, and they have holes cut in them. So I'm going to have to find out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the angle part is at the bottom and the square part's at the top. I might be wrong, but anyway, whatever it is, I may have to renegotiate these holes to lower it down some. I don't want to renegotiate the top holes for the cross where that bolts together for the head of the saw. If I do anything to lower it, it'll be at the bottom end where these.
Russ is a leg man.
Yeah, where these legs lock on, and I can already tell you that's it right there. Yeah, see, that's the leg end, and that's where it goes. So the only thing I can tell you is I may have to cut this end off and move the leg up and rebore, make some holes for it to get it lower. Because I'm not going to mess with this end. This is where the head and these cross members go, like this part. I'm not going to mess with those bolt holes. I'd rather take it off on this end if I have to, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. It may sit. I may find out when I get these bolted and put it together. I can already tell you it's too high. Yeah, it's going to be too high. I'm going to end up cutting some of it off. So I say that, and here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put it together at its lowest setting. I'm going to arrange it. I'm going to put it in over there where I normally scroll. And I have that office chair is broke. That's the reason it's down on the lowest setting. I'll probably end up getting another office chair or buying one and elevating a little bit and see if I can compensate with a new office chair for sitting at the new height. If I can, fine. No problem. If I can't, then I'll end up cutting some of the legs off to put it to where I want it to be. That's just...
Well, you can try putting a box to raise your feet up to wherever makes them happy.
Yeah, that's true. I can try that too. I will put it together as is and try to compensate myself first before I ever touch the saw. Then if worst comes to worst, then it'll be cut the legs off. And that's not this. Let me repeat. That's not the saw's fault. It's just that I have to sit. I mean, totally sit. I can't sit on a bar stool. Bar stools kill my back. I can't just handle it. I've got to sit kind of like in a normal chair position. I don't know what to tell you the height is, but normally it's a normal chair position. Like I have an office chair sitting in my front of my computer. I can sit in it. It's no problem. But it's like a normal chair position. So if that will adjust to a normal chair position, I don't see a problem. This is a little lower than normal, and I built it that way because I built my own stand. Once again, that's all my invention. I built all that to sit just specifically that way for that office chair and to take the pressure off my back. And I've scrolled like that for years and never had a problem. So I'm just going to have to wait and kind of like, it's going to be one of those things where I'm just going to have to wait and see how it works out. It may take me weeks or it may take me a month to figure out the exact height that I want this new saw at to get it to where I want it, or I to get to where it wants me. One of the two, however you want to say that. So anybody else out there have any questions? I just want to say a big shout out again to Seiko. Thank you very much, guys. You know, I've been doing this for a couple of 3 years as far as this Let's Talk Shop with Russ, and I think I started 3 or 4 years ago with the Simply Wooden Creations YouTube channel. And I can honestly say I am never more honored when I get a sponsor, first off, and they contact me and say, hey. And the second thing is I've never been more honored to have Seiko come on board. I mean, this is just so fantastic. I just a shout out and say hi to Seiko and thank you very much for thinking that much of me and sending me this. And you're going to see a lot of this over on Twitch TV. Any scrolling with Russ now is going to be with the Seiko scroll saw, and any scroll sawing I do in any videos in the future for Simply Wooden Creations is going to be Seiko scroll saw also. So
here's a question for you, Russell.
Yes.
What are you going to scroll first?
I don't know. I was thinking about that. I thought about that today. I'm like, when I sit down there with it, I will tell you this much. I'll lie if I told you that. I was going to say the first thing I'll scroll will be live on Twitch next Wednesday. No, I'm going to scroll something before then. I can't wait.
Hi, folks. I'm back. Sorry, my internet blew up. I had a battery go bad on my Fios, so I replaced it.
Oh,
Who knew? So can you just redo everything you did in my absence to catch me up?
Was that good?
Now I'm caught up. Thank you.
Hey, Matt, he talked a lot about the scroll saw legs. Don't believe me? Ask Katie Dotson.
The legs.
Yeah, he was talking
I
about
do
knobs
believe
too, and I've got a question about those, by the way.
All right, so Driveway Workshop, Tom Spillane, Bear Addicts Wood Shop, James Parker, Wood Beast on YouTube. Wow. An unusual name, but thank you. Ragtie, Jim Dockrell, Driveway Wood Shop, Michelle Marcoux, Wood Beast on YouTube. Legs. He's talking about legs too. James Parker, Wolfcraft. Guys, thank you. All you, I don't recognize some of you. I mean, Michelle Marcoux, I recognize him, but some of you guys I do not recognize, so you're fairly new. Ken McCrory, about TJ's Woodworking. Hi, TJ. And a big, I don't want to bring it up, but thoughts and prayers to you for TJ. I know you've had something that's come up in your life, and here recently, I've been reading about it, and I don't want to bring it public or anything other than to say that I have been praying and thinking about you and your situation that's you just went through and what you're going through. So thoughts and prayers for you. Ragtie, Bear Addicts Wood Shop, Driveway Wood Shop, Jim Bashir's. Jim Bashir's, you should have got your butt. Oh, he said he had Becky, Texas. Anybody I'm missing out there? Kivera. He actually said signed off a long time ago. I'm sorry. My show was too long for you. I've got the air conditioner going and I'm sweating out here. So anyway, yeah. Any more questions out there?
How many nuts and bolts and screws did you get?
A whole bag.
How many do you think will be left over once you're done assembling it?
I hope none.
Oh, man.
So
7. I'll go with 7.
Good tech knows there's always extra.
We should get a bet going. What's the over under on 5?
Do what now?
I say 3.
What's that?
We're taking bets on how many screws and miscellaneous.
Oh no!
Left
when
over.
I put that the drum sander together, I didn't have any leftover parts. There's no leftover parts.
How many screws are loose?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the company's name that was. Come on, somebody help me out here. It's a 1632 drum sander from. Can't even think of their name. Now, they're not my sponsor. I bought that drum sander. So if I can't remember the name, I'm not really sorry about it because they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me to say it. So
it's Jet.
Well, it's not a Jet, but no, it's not a Jet. 1632? Yeah, it's not a Jet.
Really?
Supermax. That's a Supermax.
Yeah. Wow, there's Jet also that's a 1632.
Yes, it's a Supermax 1632, but they're not paying me to say their name. So, but that's
what we said.
Huh?
That's why we said Jet. We said the wrong one.
Well, but Jet's not paying me either. So the heck with all them. Seiko is the one you want to remember.
Hey, Wolfcraft gave you a $5 super chat, Russ.
Holy crap. Thank you, Wolfcraft. Thank you very, very, very much. I appreciate that. Wow. Thank you. Hats off to you. But yes, I will be, Seiko will be added to the screen over here that pops up. And by the way, this is intentionally there because these are my sponsors. That support me, that give me things to give to y'all on the different giveaways that I have and from week to week. And they support me in every way, shape, or form. Bear Woods has really come forward and they're providing me with the Pegasus scroll saw blades that I use each week on Scrolling with Russ. and that is where Seiko is coming in. They'll be noted. Anything in Simply Wooden Creations, don't get me wrong, but their highlight is with Scrolling with Russ. Every week you'll see the scroll saw being used.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought they gave it to you so you could give it to somebody else, because you kind of said something like that a second ago. They give me stuff to give to others.
No. Rockler, Fast Cap. Hold on. Rockler, Fast Cap, all those people give stuff for me to give to you.
Okay.
Seiko gives to me. Okay. And you're left out.
Yeah.
Just try it. I'll give credit for the play.
I will tell you this much. I have never, when I was in Atlanta last year, I got to play around the Seiko scroll saw that Steve Good had, which was one of the prototypes, I would say, that he had. And I was very, very impressed with it. I liked it a lot. And so I am very, very excited to get this thing set up and put into use so I can see how it works. And I will give you my honest opinion. And that's one of the things I told Ray, was that it's a mutual thing here in the contract. In other words, I may use it and I may say, hey, I'd like to have my DeWalt better than I would the Seiko. I doubt that's going to happen. Trust me. But my point is that I am going to give you an honest opinion about this saw. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going in that direction. I'm going to get it set up. I'm going to use it, and I'll give you my honest opinion about it. I got to use it. I was impressed with it, but I have never used it on a day-to-day basis. So once I get it set up, once I start scrolling with it, and I'll use the Pegasus blades. Now I have used the Pegasus blades from Bear Woods long enough, by the way, we're out there, to know that the Pegasus blades are really, really good. I'm very impressed. I was a Flying Dutchman. You couldn't sell me on anything other than Flying Dutchman. But since I've started using the Pegasus blades, I'm very impressed with them. They are a little bit different than the Flying Dutchman. They cut so great that they're actually more aggressive. I thought the Flying Dutchman was one of the most aggressive blades I'd ever had in my entire life. Not the Pegasus blades actually are more aggressive. So, and I love them too. So
Russ, since everybody's wanting giveaways, me specific, I guess, but I'm sure everybody else, is there any other giveaways going on?
As of right now, no, not as of right now. The website giveaway is going on.
Yeah, you got to mention a word.
That was a segue, Russ.
I know, because so much I've been pointing to
Seiko,
my lovely new Seiko. No, there is another, and that is the website giveaway from devobel.com. So what time are we rocking on here? Just
105.
105. Okay. So I'll to let you guys off the hook that wanted to know, once again, if you want a free website, and by the way, thank you, Al. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. He tries to keep me in line. If you want a free website, totally free, I've had people say, well, what do I have to pay for this? It's nothing. The only thing you have to pay for is your domain name. And the reason being is you have to file for your domain name, such as in Simply Wooden Creations. That's my domain name. I own it. I had to pay for it. But that's all you have to do is you have to sign up and pay for your domain name. Then once you do that, you give that, and that's not very expensive. I think it's probably less than $30 or around $30, give or take a few dollars. Once you have your domain name, that goes to Devobel, and Devobel uses that to create your website. The website has to be on a server, whether it be GoDaddy, whether it be somebody else out there or whatever company it is. The website has to go on to a server. Devobal.com has their own servers. So therefore, your website goes on their server. It costs you nothing to host it or whatever. They build your website for you. They host their website for you. They do all that stuff. The only thing you have to do as a responsibility is your domain name. And this is, somebody asked me the other day, how long until Devobal goes out of business? I can't tell you if they're going to be in business next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, until Devobal goes out of business. Because trust me, my website's on their servers. If they go out of business next year, I lose my website. So no, but Devobal's going to be around for a long time. They are a great company. Look at my website. Look at Shane and Shelley's website. Look at who else is they have done on that is on here. Chris, did you get a website?
Nope. Don't need one.
Okay, you didn't get them.
He's not on here, but they also done Donald Vlogsify.
Yeah, Donald Vlogsify. Katie, not Katie. Donna Presley.
Yeah.
Actually, he won that year that we had the first website giveaway. She won the very first website. Was Donna Presley.
Yeah, the question that comes up, Woodbeast on YouTube is asking, how many pages will they create?
You're not an infinite amount, but I can honestly tell you they don't have any problem with putting pages on your website.
Yeah.
In other words, I would say realistically, let's say 10 or 15, 20. You know, they don't have any problems. Look how many web pages I have on mine, and they don't have any problems with that.
I'm posting your URL so that he can see it. They're simply Wooden Creations.
So, but anyway, so if you want a website that is totally free, it's going to be hosted by them. They're going to make it for you. They're going to do everything for you. And then they'll teach you how to use it, because I like to be able to go onto my website and make some changes. Let me push this camera down a little bit more. I don't know about you. I don't want to be totally dependent on them. I like to be able to go in there and make changes. So they actually have classes. They will teach you how to use your own website to your ability. So that's Devobal Technologies. For web design, development, hosting, go to devobal.com. And if you want to enter the website giveaway, what you need to do is go to simplywoodencreations.com. Go down to challenges, hover over that. When you hover over that, it'll open up and you'll see the 2018 giveaway or giveaways. Then it'll open up to the 2018 giveaway, and that will give you everything you need to know. Would it be good for me to go over there and read off? Should I do that?
Yeah, make them do some work.
Okay. But that's all you have to do is go over there.
They want a website that can do a little work.
Yeah, they can do a little work. So, but it's free. So now tonight is the last night for the word, and guess what the word is? Now, if y'all can't figure this out, I figured that some of y'all would have already figured it out. Nope.
The wall.
That was one of the words before.
Giveaway.
Nope, that was one of the words.
Psycho.
No. Hosting.
What?
Hosting.
Hosting.
Hosting is the secret word for tonight. And I'm not, because Chris already pointed out, if I tell you all the words tonight, then that's like futile. You can't go back and see all the other ones, but it's hosting.
Right. So how many other ones are there? 3? There's 3 in this one, or 4 in this one?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Jim Bashir thinks it should be loads.
No, it's If you look at the words, you get it, because I read it off every week.
Yeah, but they have to go back to the previous shows.
They have to go back to the previous shows.
Yeah.
Oh, rats, you'll get a viewing out of it too.
Yeah, I might get a viewing out of it or two.
Jim,
so, yes.
It's not a secret word anymore. It's a word.
I know. I call it a secret word, and somebody even in the very beginning, I don't know who it was here on the show, said those are not secret words if you're telling them. I think it was Ken Moon said that's not a secret word if you tell everybody. I'm like, I don't. What should I call it? The word for the night. The
password.
The password, whatever. Well, hosting, HOSTING, hosting is the word for the night.
The formerly
Now,
secret password.
You have, tonight is the final night with the last word. You have from now that you know the word until midnight Wednesday to send me an email to contest@simplywoodencreations.com with the 2018 website giveaway in the subject line, and follow the rest of the directions over there on the website. Went midnight Wednesday. You have between now and midnight Wednesday. Now I've given you 3 or 4 or 5 weeks to prepare for this. Now's the time to get in the rush and send me an email, because as of midnight Wednesday, it closes off. And then next Saturday, which is, I believe, the 24th, we will have the giveaway for the website. So now's the time to get in the panic and do it. You have all the words from the last 5 shows. So TJ's Woodworking. TJ's Woodworking says, my best friend viewing was all day yesterday and was laid to rest today. Thanks for everybody's prayers. Good night, family. Yes, TJ, I understand that. TJ's very close friend this past week or so committed suicide, and he's been very upset and very disturbed over that, and rightfully so. So my thoughts and prayers go out to you, TJ. Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for being on. And there's nothing to say or explain about that. It just totally takes your world away. I've had to deal with that a few times in my life also. So I understand. So thoughts and prayers go out to you, guy. Ragtie. Good night, James. Tom Spillane's been out there. Becky's Texas Wood Shop, Wood Beast on YouTube. James Parker, all y'all have been out there. Thank you for being on and being out there. Yeah, I'll put that. I will do what I'm going to probably do in the video. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to probably take the first part of this show about me unboxing it and do some of that, and then go into the assembly of the saw, because that's one of the things I wanted to do for them is the assembly. There are a couple of complications in installing this or putting this saw together, and I'll just go ahead and tell you what they are. One of the biggest mistakes that people make with this saw is the alignment of this hole here, okay, and it would be this hole back here where this goes, and the alignment of...
Hey, Russ, when you're pointing at the hole for the alignment, I think you need to bring your camera down a little bit so people can see.
Okay, so, and the alignment of this hole right here in the top.
That's good.
Yep. With this hole here. Okay, that's the biggest complication with this. So when you put the upper part of the stand together, okay, you don't want to tighten it, cinch it all down. You want a little bit of movement, because the stand is designed for all 4 legs to kind of tilt in from the front to back. If you understand what I'm saying, with this. When the stand sits on the ground, it's designed to tilt in a little bit. All 4 legs. So it's not a triangle per se, but Get what I'm saying? All of them kind of tilt in upwards. So the base is a little bit wider than the top. So that being said, when you try to align this bolt and this bolt on it, if you cinch them all down, you have a problem getting them lined up right. The top of the stand needs to be a little bit loose where you can move it left, right, back and forth to get these to align up. So that's the biggest mistake that Ray was telling me about people make. And he would like for me to clarify when I did the video with this for when people assemble that, they would know that. So you just don't want to put the stand together, cinch it down, and then set the scroll saw on there and think it's going to slide right into place. That's not going to happen. There's a movement in there that top of that stand needs to be a little free back and forth to be able to align this bolt and this bolt into the frame. So that's the reason I say I'm not going to assemble it tonight. I've been reading on it. Trust me, and I know how to assemble it. I've known this is going to happen for a few weeks or whatever. So actually, I've been talking to him since last year. So this has been in the development, so to speak. So, but that's the only thing. And even Steve Good himself, when he put the stand together over there on his site, he tightened the thing down and then had to loosen it up and goes through and says, yeah, this thing has to move back and forth in order to be able to do it. So I'm going to do better than Steve. He's my friend, but I'm going to show you up. I'm going to put it together right the first time. I'm not going to have to loosen up anything, Steve. He's going to watch this and I'm going to get a phone call in the morning. I swear. Steve Good and I are very, very good friends. We talk all the time. So, anything else? Gosh, y'all are quiet tonight, Katie.
Well,
What's
I can
wrong?
fix that.
Why are y'all so quiet? Tom Spillane's over there still.
We're talking about the shape of the stand in the chat. It's a trapezoid. It's a pyramid with the top cut off.
Whoa, back up just 1 second. Scotty Chapman. Yes, I want to talk to you. He just posted, Russ, I forgot to email you about doing a show on preparing wood for scrolling and moisture in wood. Yeah, I will talk to you, Scotty, and I want to have you on the show. We've talked together through private message and email. So, Scotty, yes, I want to have you on the show. So I will get with you this week on that. Anyway, that's about all I have to say tonight, other than, I started this 2 or 3 years ago. When I first started off, it was just a YouTube channel, and I was going to do scrolling stuff and everything, and it's developed into far more than that. One of the things that I have failed to do in the last few months is to produce actual videos for YouTube other than the Scrolling with Russ, and are not Scrolling with Russ. Let's Talk Shop with Russ. That's one of the things I've got to get into the shop and do some more videos. I've had a lot of things come up, and that's really no excuse other than the fact I got to get off my beep and get out in the shop and make some videos and start turning out some stuff, some quality stuff for y'all guys other than the Let's Talk Shop with Russ show. That's my failure. I understand that, and I will do better this year. That being said, I cannot thank, first off, all y'all, which you're here from week to week on the panel, all of y'all who are out there in the chat from week to week. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much for being out there each and every week, chatting out there, asking me questions, being there and supporting me, giving me those thumbs up. Oh, by the way, have you given me a thumbs up tonight? If you haven't, don't forget to do that. Go over there and click that little button and give me a thumbs up. We've had over 60-something people watching tonight, and only got 30. Only half of you give me a thumbs up? Come on, guys. You're slacking. I need more thumbs up. Anyway, you know what I mean. Thank you very much for y'all watching me. And thank you to Klingspor, to Vobel, Fastcap, Rockler, Bearwoods Supply. Thank you all for supporting me. And thank you, Seiko. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm the happiest guy in the world. I mean, I really am. I don't know where to go with this. I don't know what to say other than that I'm happy. Why wouldn't you want to be happy? I'm excited. This is a brand new year, a brand new scroll saw. If y'all don't know this by now, on Twitch TV on Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m., it's Scrolling with Russ. I do scrolling over there on there, and that's where this is going to come into play the most of the time. I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more happy. You know, I'm blessed. I truly am blessed with friends out there and with sponsors. Y'all guys have been just totally awesome. And I don't want to go any further. Otherwise, I might just tear up. But thank you very much. That's all I got to say is I mean, sometimes it's overwhelming when you have somebody tell you, hey, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. I'm sending you a scroll saw or whatever. And I'm going like, wow, really? And it's just, sometimes it's overwhelming. It's, I would have never figured in a million years I would be standing here doing this right now and in the position that I am in. So, but it's because of Brenda, Chris, Katie, Matt, Ken Moon, Al, Paul, Shane and Shelley. It's because of Michelle Marcoux. It's because of Bear Addicts Wood Shop. It's because of Driveway Wood Shop. It's because of, all those guys that are out there. It's because of you that I'm standing here right now doing this. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't be here. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here or have anything to give to y'all in the giveaways and also in the Pallet Wood Challenge and the Whirly Gig Wars and in the Scroll Saw Challenge every year. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm very humbly say thank you because sometimes it's a little overwhelming. Anything else, guys?
Good here.
All good.
All right. Nobody has any wisecracks or anything?
Well, I felt like saying, we learned it from watching you, but that's not the right metaphor.
Would be says great stuff. Thank you. I appreciate there. Bear Attic Woodsize. Damn it, Russ, we love you. Now sing. They want me to end it. They're like, all right, we've heard enough of your bull beep.
So, I just want to know if you can't find a scroll saw anywhere, it's because Russ has them all.
Yeah.
I have a DeWalt, a Delta, an old Craftsman. Actually, the old Craftsman's sitting over there. An old Tradesman, and an EX30 Excalibur, and now the new. Oh, hey, let's get this where you can see it.
Get the glare off the label.
Yeah, we want to see the name better. Is it going to stay still? If you fall over, I'm going to die.
There's a difference between collecting and hoarding. It's a fine line, but there's a line.
I know. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, everyone that was out there. We only have one thing left to do, and it is...
Sing it, Russ.
I was just going to say, just give me scroll saws. Just give me scroll saws. Lots of scroll saws all around me and everywhere. I like to scroll on them all day long and sometimes in my underwear.
Oh, he had to go there.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Good night, everybody.
He'll be in his underwear.
Don't let the bed bust.
Bye.